What's going on, beautiful people? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Machiavelli Mills TV. We're on a lot earlier than usual, a whole lot earlier than usual, but I'm up and I'm like, let me just give it a shot before y'all start making y'all Valentine's Day rounds, or I shouldn't say rounds, but before y'all start, getting into y'all Valentine's Day festivities and all of that. I wanted to get on and have a conversation that I saw popping on Twitter, right? And that's this debate between who is a better R&B artist, Chris Brown or Usher Raymond, right? And it's appropriate to talk about R&B songs on the day of love. So I'm like, let me just go on here and give it a shot real quick. I know a lot of y'all getting ready to wine and dine and go to the Sybaris and do all that other stuff, get dressed up and everything like that. But I wanted to have this conversation beforehand. Sabbatical Queen, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Suge, what's the word? What's the word, man? Are y'all up in here, man? Early. Up in here early, too. That's love. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. We finna get into it, Suge. And we finna have a conversation about it. Um, Suge say, Suge say, hell no, he not. Usher got at least 3 classic albums. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Hey Rob, man. Hey, I got a video coming later, a live stream coming later that I think you gonna find hilarious, bro. And you know what I'm talking about, Rob. You feel me? You my dog. You know what I'm talking about, my boy. But yeah, he said, nah, Chris Fire and maybe a better overall performer, but Usher got it. 8701, Confessions are classics. Chris albums don't touch those. That is a natural born fact. You know what I'm talking about, bro. It's All Star Weekend, Rob. It's All Star Weekend. So you know what I'm talking about. You know this guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, Clint, what's going on? Chris, what's happening with you, boss? Charlie X, what's the word, big dog? He said, "What's good, Mac? I think Usher is far polished. CB more raw, kind of like Jackie Wilson versus James Brown." So I had the thumbs up, man. What's the word? What's the word? Usher and Chris Brown. Excuse me. Chris Brown and Usher go together like peanut butter and chocolate. He said, "Yeah, yeah." He writes some of his songs also way more diverse. Usher is better. Both are great, but Usher got songs that he never released that still could be hits. So yeah, this is what we finna. This is what y'all finna hear my opinion now. Okay. Uh, uh my bad. I'm looking at something. So I'm with y'all. Chris has hit singles. Usher has like I think Usher's discography ages better. Truthfully, right? Usher got classic albums. He got a Confessions. He don't just got a Confessions. He got a My Way. He got an 8701, right? Like that is just classic albums, classic music. And I think Usher has a more mature sound to him. As an adult, I'm 33 years old now, right? As an adult, I think I go back to Usher's music more than Chris's music, for sure. And I know a lot of Chris fans say y'all always say he don't get no classic album, but Fame is his classic album. Is Fame really classic like that though? No disrespect. Is it really classic like that though? Does Fame compare to 8701, or does it compare to Confessions in any way? And I know Confessions is like the bar of the bar of the bar of the highest bar for R&B music. But that says something about Usher, right? Like that record, that album has songs on there that's like, yo, this is the pinnacle of R&B. When I hear Can You Handle It, right? When I hear songs like Superstar, when I hear songs like Seduction, you know what I mean? Like Throwback, that type of music is like, that's home cooking for your soul right there. And that's thanks to Jermaine Dupri, Jermaine Dupri, Jonte Austin, Brian Michael Cox. Again, they was in there cooking, making writing them songs. But JD's a hell of a songwriter and a producer. And again, but Usher had to go ahead and he delivered on every single track on these, not on just that album, but multiple albums, right? And here's the thing, man. Chris is like he is today, right? Like my boy, one of y'all said that he is today. Usher is historically a historically great R&B artist, and I think Chris will be as well. I'm not discounting that either. Chris is an outstanding performer, for real. But when I'm talking about like grown music, again, now I'm a grown man now. That grown music from Usher had a different feel. I remember when I first heard "Can You Handle It." I was wishing I could be in love and sing that to a woman. I was a little bitty boy when Confessions came out. I was 11 years old, y'all. I was 11, right? But I was wishing I could be grown so I could sing that to a woman as a kid. You said you felt uncomfortable listening to some Usher music. What songs you felt uncomfortable listening to from Usher? Right? I just want to know what song you felt uncomfortable listening to from Usher. People often mention Chris dancing, but the brothers with the long hair were Usher's choreographers first. Yeah, man. You said climax. Well, climax is about the end of a relationship. You know what I mean? It's so crazy because people used to mistake climax um as a romantic or a love song or a sexual song. It was just about the end of a relationship. And I think that was signifying the end of his marriage to what was her name? Was her name Tamika? Right? I think that was signifying the end of his marriage to her. Tamika Foster, I think her name was. Um, yeah, Climax is one of my favorites. Maybe I heard it wrong. Yeah, it's signaling the end of his marriage. And again, it's easy to interpret that it's something else because of how he's singing it, the notes he's hitting, and the way the music, the instrumental it sounds. But he's really talking about the end of his marriage, or end of a relationship. The song's about the end of a relationship, but a lot of people said it's about the end of his marriage. Um, but nah, you all good, Dakari. He was married again. He was married again after Tamika. He was, yeah. But I think at the time that album came out, I don't think he married the other woman by that time that song was out. Yeah. His current marriage is like his third. It is, yeah. Remember when everyone thought Usher was talking about Chili on Confessions, but it was really JD's story as marketing. Yeah. Great marketing, Charlie X. JD knew that coming off that relationship with Chili, if they marketed it like that, like people will want to hear the album to hear. Because back then, this is before social media, right? This is before, I mean, blogs. I mean, you had the little blogs and all that type of stuff, but it wasn't as popping like that. You had those little gossip magazines, but like, the artist's music was the source to cover all of the controversial topics in their life. Like, so everybody was looking like, oh, he rapping about. When we heard Confessions 1 and 2 and all of that, we was automatically thinking, oh, this gotta be about him and Chili. He got another girl pregnant, yada yada yada. We thinking the craziest stuff. And honestly, it helped people be intrigued about the album, but the music on there was absolutely timeless. You know, Chris Usher has more slow love songs. Chris songs are more up tempo, and that's true. That's true. For sure. Chris got a lot more up tempo songs. But honestly, I think Usher has the more mature discography, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Caught Up, My Way. Yeah, yeah. Chris Brown's never shown any artistic growth. And see, and that's a lot of people feel like that his growth as an artist has been stagnant. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of that is because Chris has no R&B music is not the same. There's no real competition in the playing field. When Usher was out here doing his thing, R. Kelly was active, making music. You had other R&B acts that was popping up consistently. consistently. You know what I'm saying? You still had other R&B strongholds out there. You still had Genuine. You still had Joe, right? During the time you saw it later, you would see the emergence of Neo. Um, you would see it was a lot of different R&B acts, solo acts that were spectacular, right? So I think that that was a motivating factor for Usher to be at the top of his game, singing, performing, and having the right music on his albums. Keem says, I would love to see a versus between Chris and Usher as well. I really think their stage presence, I think their choreography, I think their singing ability, I think it would be an absolute show all the way around, right? Yeah, the Dream would come out, Lloyd, Omarion, all them individuals. Yeah, it was a lot of different solo R&B acts that came out that was coming out or popping up during Usher's time. And Usher had to compete at a different level. Right now, Chris knows that he really really one of the last mainstream R&B sound like R&B artists. And so his music, he don't really have to really show that much growth in his music. And excuse me, in a lot of ways, he can even play around and still go number like still top charts, right? Like, let's be for real. Loyal is not an R&B record. Loyal is not an R&B record. Chris really not. Chris just harmonizing. He really not singing. It sounded like a rap song. It sounded like a song a rapper would make. But he was able to get that off because at that point, well, to Chris's credit, Trey Songz was still doing his thing at that time, but the art in August Alsina, I think it merged a little later. But at that point, or around the same time, but at that point, Chris really knew like R&B was not the same. So shit, Chris could release stuff and it was gonna get ate up. Really, regardless, because the market was not the same. And I'm not saying Chris didn't make some great music. He's made some great songs during that time period. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But yeah, he really didn't have to. He didn't have to deliver a Confessions in order to be at the pinnacle of R&B. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember the Superstar. They say, I remember the runs Usher did in the song Superstar became a challenge on social media. Everyone struggled to hit those notes. It speaks to Usher's vocal ability and range over Chris. That's a great point. I remember that challenge, man. He said Ryan Toby. Shout out Ryan Toby, man, for real. Yeah, man. That is. I remember when he did the Tiny Desk performance, and the brother. What's the brother name that was out there performing with him, man? Godly. What is his name, man? Eric Bellinger, and it was another individual. Was it Vito? Vito, Eric Bellinger and Vito and them was up there with him. But Eric Bellinger hit that run. Yeah, there you go. Eric Bellinger hit that run. And that was Usher is super hard to replicate, man. But like you said, it speaks to his vocal ability all the way. You said that's the industry messing with Chris Brown because if you know what either you know, and then dude from New York kind of messed with his rise. Usher was fighting with Puff over Frosted Flakes. He's crazy, man. Yeah, and Eric Bellinger is a dope vocalist, but he ain't Usher. Residuals is a dope. That's a dope record. It's a dope song. Dope song for real, for real. I really do like Residuals. I think that's an outstanding song all the way. Um, but yeah, I think Usher just gotta like when I hear the different type of records he got a good kisser. He got a the HBCU bands love to do Good Kisser. Like he got a song that HBCU bands really love to go to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean him and Usher, him and Chris did the New Flame. I mean, that's a great collaboration, right? Um, but yeah, Usher got a My Way to a Good Kisser to a My Boo to a Confessions. You know what I'm saying? To a You Don't Have to Call, You Don't Gotta Call. He said, I remember the interview he did speaking on writing the record. Yep. I like when Usher and Chris be in their feelings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, good R&B makes for being in, yeah, he got a You Make Me Wanna. You Make Me Wanna. What? That is prime. That's not prime. That's young Usher. You make me wanna. Come on, man. Young. He a young boy singing that. That's young Usher. Because when You Don't Have to Call came out, Usher was only like 23 years old. And that's crazy to think because I was such a kid. I'm thinking Usher grown. When You Don't Have to Call came out, he was really 23 years old. Then he had, remember, he was featured on I Need a Girl, part one, part one, right? That was all around that time. He's 23, at most 24. Um, he got I mean, Nice and Slow. How old was he when he did Nice and Slow? That is a cultural question. What time of the day? Just call me your man, cause I got it like that. Dude, he was like 14 singing that Charlie X for sure. Right? But I'm trying to think, what was I saying? I was saying, how old was he when he did Nice and Slow? What time? What time was Usher in the drop top cruising the streets? You feel me? That's a real cultural question we ask each other. That's like a black culture question. Hell, Mac, you remember that song? Yeah, man. I like that joint. So I've been a fan of Usher since Just Call Me a Man. Yeah, yeah. You got to play by the rules. Definitely. He was like, yeah, he was about 17, 18 when Nice and Slow came out. He said Usher, great. Yeah, I do think, and I think Chris is like, because Chris is the solo act for real, the solo R&B act, a lot of people are forgetting how timeless a lot of Usher songs are, especially when you're younger, right? You 26, 25, you're gonna say Chris because you weren't living or weren't old enough to really even take in a lot of those Usher records when they dropped, right? Like I remember My Way, my mama would play My Way all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nice and Slow, You Make Me Wanna. Come on, man. Usher was on there rapping. Usher was rapping on My Way. You know, Usher is good, but Chris is better. What makes you say that Chris is better? I just want to hear a point. You got it from You Got It Bad. Come on, man. You Got It Bad was fire. The video with him and Chili, him and Rosanda. I'm gonna call her Rosanda. Him and Rosanda laying down in the bed. You Got It Bad was amazing. My son loves You Remind Me. You remind me, my come on, man. My son loved that song. That's like I remember when he first got his adenoids and his tonsils removed. And he was so fussy. He was not in a good mood at all. Boy, I was putting You Got It Bad. You Don't Have to Call. I was putting that stuff on a loop so he could be cool and chill. Because he was not feeling nothing. He was cranky beyond measure. He said, Chris don't got a song to put you in your feels like You Got It Bad. To even songs like Yeah, show Usher's range. It does. That's another song. My son loves Usher. He loved Yeah. When he first, I remember because I used to work from home and I would have to watch my son while I was working. He was in the months at this time, like in the months, literally 4 or 5 months. And I was trying to figure out, like, he would be fussing and crying, and I would have to be doing some real extensive work, analytical work from home. And I didn't have a babysitter at the time. So I used music. I figured out that my son really liked music. The first song I saw that calmed him down was what's that song with Coil Ray and Lil Durk? What that joint was called? No More Parties or whatever. He really loved that song. And then it transitioned into Usher. And he liked that song by her called damn, what's that song called? Uh uh um Damage. That makes him cooler, relatable to them. R&B artists, no. Performer, Chris could win a case. Yeah, I think Chris probably might be a better performer for sure. But R&B artist, yeah. No, I don't think he's a better R&B artist than Usher. Said Genuine greater than Chris Brown. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. We got to give same old Genuine, his credit. He doesn't get enough credit as an R&B artist. Genuine was holding it down for years, years. I'm talking about. I was at work and I'm on my break and I'm going through because we were talking about we be having conversations at work about music. You know, a lot of us love music. It's how we stay awake. I work at night, so you know we talk a lot to each other to keep each other awake, right? And so we were talking about Genuine's discography, and I was talking about what's that joint? I am your man, but only when you're lonely. If I was to bounce, if I was to leave you, that's when you'd want me. I am your man. Come on, man. When you think about differences in those genes, stingy, right? When you think about same OG, right? What's that joint with him and Missy? God damn. What is that song with him and Missy that I love? Um, what? Y'all know what song I'm talking about, man. What is the song with him and Missy? Um, Takeaway, right? The same OG. Even though I got my own CD. There you go, Takeaway. You know, Tilda know what I'm talking about. Takeaway was fire, you know, for real. Pony. Yeah, Genuine really is really he don't get enough credit as an R&B artist. Like I'm telling y'all, when we talk about we can go through the songs when you think about um even as he got older, Last Chance, um take away the golden platinum chains. Come on, man. Come on, Tilda. You know that's a bop. What? You know that's a bop, boy. You feel it in your spirit. You play that, man. My mama used to play that album all the time because that was on Missy album, I believe. That was Missy's album that song was on. Yeah, man. So I really full R&B was just a man. That was a different time for music. None of your friends' business. So anxious. Come on, man. Come on. What? When So Anxious first came out? Come on, man. I ain't know nothing about having no sex, but I knew whatever Genuine was feeling from that woman, I wanted to feel that too. I ain't know nothing about having no sex. But I say, man, hold on, man, wait a minute. He talking about he a sexaholic. Meet me at 11:30. Come on, man. I'm looking at the watch. Come on, man. And then, like I said, none of your friends' business. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's definitely R. Kelly type. You know? So it's just I think, yeah, I do think Usher is hold on. Charlie X, Static Major, he wrote So Anxious. He said genuine soul came out his body. He flying in the air on differences. Flying in the air on differences. Soleil had that voice. Soleil had that man in the moon and stars, boy. It's unfortunate their union was not able to stay intact, but she with Professor Griff right now. No, he wrote Pony. Okay, he wrote Pony. All right, got you. Static Major, man. We talking about songwriting, boy. What? Music, I don't know. It was just a different time period back then for music. And I hate to sound like a he wrote So Anxious too. Okay. Um, I hate to sound like an old head, but man, it's just like the way people took time to write songs. You know, she with Professor Griff. She's married to Griff now. Yep. Soleil is with. She's married to Griff now. She's been with Griff for some years now. Shout out Public Enemy, man. The Static wrote bangers. bangers all the way. Even when I hear like when I look up like these stories behind the music, when I hear like, oh, such and such wrote this, right? Like Static was writing Pretty Ricky records, Pretty Ricky in '06, '07. Like them Pretty Ricky songs during that time period, that was Static Major writing them joints. Static, when I seen what's the boy name? The boy Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky, he was crying talking about Static Major. Like Static was right there with us, boy. Like, man, you know. I was looking at something recently too about like some behind the scenes about some music, and I'm trying to remember what did I see. I should have talked about it on here, but yeah, Pretty Ricky whole catalog written by Static. Yeah, Static Major was giving them that juice, boy, for real. He was giving them that juice. And y'all was talking about he said more than a woman. Come on, man. That beat. Come on, that more than a woman was fighting Charlie X. You remember that too? You remember 2001 when that Aaliyah album dropped? My sister, that was the Red album. My sister had that joint. You feel me? So Charlie X, no. My sister had that joint. That whole day, yeah, that more than a woman was hard. I said I'll be more than a woman, more than a woman, more than a woman. Yeah. I'll be more than a woman. Yeah, static, and Timbo. Timbo Clarice. Remember that song? What you like with the brat? Tyrese in the background. Tyrese. What do you like? Whole lot of foreplay right before you get it started. What do you like? Me on top, you on the bottom type party. What do you like? Somebody that'll make you say I, oh, all night long. Tyree. Shout out Black Tie. Black Tie, y'all better stop playing with Black Tie. Y'all better stop playing with Black Tie, man. Black Tie had them bobs too. When I first heard Pulling Me Back, when Chingy came back with Pulling Me Back, every time I try to leave, it's like Chris is more beloved. Usher is all around the better entertainer. Yeah, and man, Usher Raymond, man. Usher, baby. Usher Raymond that's just a classic R&B artist all the way through. You said you can't find one picture of Tyrese would have. Tyrese been bald since forever. Young girls don't like bald. Like I couldn't imagine being bald at 19, 18. Back then, young girls didn't want no bald head, boy. What? Bald head, small head when we 18, 19? Oh no. JD said JD wrote that hook to Pulling Me Back. I don't know if niggas want to see in the verses. Yeah. Yeah, but y'all know I ain't lying. Ain't no 20, 21-year-old girl want no bald head man back then. That wasn't the move. Even when Michael Jordan had the bald head, they wasn't trying to know. Bald head remind them of their daddy. They remind them of their father. You know what I'm saying? They uncle now. They ain't want you bald head like that at that time. In the mid 90s, everybody was bald head though. Yeah, like you had what's the boy name? Onyx now. Sticky Fingers and Fredro Starr. Fredro Starr now. AKA the I'm tough in every movie. Fredro Starr was typecasted as a yeah, because they had the bald heads. Because I remember the Fab Five. Jalen Rose had the bald head. He did. Jalen Rose had the bald head. I forgot JJ Rose had that joint. I heard a woman saying a dating show, pop the balloon, bald head remind them of a mean uncle. Yeah, man. I don't in my age group at least. In my age group, at that what when we was 19, 20, you couldn't bald head. Yeah, see where Chris cut his hair off too. You right. Juwan was like, hell no. Jawan Howard was like, I ain't cutting mine off. Not gonna be able to do it. Shout out Southside Chicago, Illinois. Jawan Howard, right? Shout out to Jawan. Not because he didn't cut his hair, but because Juwan was such a stand-up brother, man. Juwan really used to come to Chicago and host basketball camps for all the kids who read a certain amount of books. You couldn't just come to Juwan Howard camp and sign up. You had to have read a certain amount of books, verified through your teachers to qualify for his summer camp, his basketball camp. It was free, but you had to have read a certain amount of books. Juwan was pushing that education, boy. You ain't finna be up in here. You ain't reading them books and getting you ain't keeping that literacy rate up. You ain't finna just come up in here. No, no, no. I respected that about Juwan. But yeah, Jada Kiss had the bald head and he could grow hair, but he had the bald head with the paper towel around his head. You feel me? Him and Fab with the paper towel around their head was crazy. That must have been that quilted, quicker, picker upper, bounty. Remember them commercials? I don't know, commercials back then will make you buy anything. I remember my grandma got that Bounty paper towel. I put some water on the table. I wanted to see if the paper towel would soak up the water like on the commercial. The commercial made it seem like all the water would be gone the moment you place the one piece of paper towel down. You put one piece of Bounty paper towel down, and it was just gonna soak up all the water. Should I cut mine off at Rainbow Beach? Hey, Dakari, you from Chicago? I did not know that. When you just said Rainbow Beach, I knew what I know. Dakari, you said you got them numbers. Man, I told you I can't cut my head shape funny. I'm be in trouble. Facts. Look at them old school KFC or any cereal commercial. Them commercials back in the day really had you buying these products and believing everything about it. That's why I said marketing back then. I don't know what it was. It had you really wanting to try stuff. Um, the goddamn, what was that lollipop with the owl? The Tootsie Pop commercial? You feel me? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You know, commercials is crazy. Anyway, though, he said I've been rocking a baldy for a while. My hair grows, but bald is just less maintenance. It is. It definitely. My uncle can grow hair, but my uncle bald. You know, I don't. My head not shaped good for it. I don't. I just know mine ain't going. My head ain't shaped right for the bald head. If I gotta go bald, I'm gonna do it reluctantly. And I might have to, depending on how crazy my head look, I might have to get that unit put on my head. You know? But yeah, but anyway, we didn't make a detour on the dang on conversation. But yeah, I appreciate R&B of yesteryear. Bro, we was at work listening to Avant. Remember? Remember that damn separated? But now that we're separated, we can't stand one another. What is it? What do you say? Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe. Mm, 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 mm. My favorite part is, and you thought you was slick, had tricks up your sleeve. Avant, Avant was fed up. You did me wrong. I thought you were true. You ran out of my life and now I'm so through with you. I wanted you to be there. Avant, boy, I can read your mind, babe. Oh, you stupid ass, and I know you tired of me. Ah, hey, Avant had that what he had that I can read your mind. Don't then they remember that? Don't say no. Say yes, babe. I can hear you calling me. Come on, man. What? Don't say no. Hey, Yvonne had them joints though, boy. I like both artists. Chris Brown is quiet as kept the best dancer. Yeah, I think he's the better dancer of the two. But Usher has a better voice. Musically, where is Chris Brown's best album? He doesn't have a Thriller or a Confessions. Yeah, I ain't gonna Zaza say, yeah, man, sing that. You know that, Zaza. Um, what y'all about to say? No, yeah. He don't got a Thriller he don't got a damn cause y'all know my favorite album from Michael Jackson is Off the Wall. The Off the Wall is Mike. That's soulful Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Off the Wall, yeah. West Indian say classic. Yeah, like what? Living off the wall. Now that debut album from Chris was fire though. Cause I told y'all Poppin' went platinum in Chicago at the juke parties we used to have when the girls used to be grinding on us at the parties. Now mind you, I was a strong 12 years old at the time when we was listening and I'm getting grinded on by a girl. Good Lord. My daughter just turned 15 today. My daughter is 15 years old today. And I would lose my mind if my daughter was grinding and dancing on somebody the way them girls was grinding on me when I was 12, 13 years old. God damn. But a happy birthday to my daughter, Lulu, man. My baby girl turned 15 today. She's a love baby on the day of love. I'm so happy and excited to celebrate the day with my daughter. But I had to pop on here first. I appreciate that, Zaza. I appreciate the birthday wishes for my daughter, man. I appreciate that, West Indian. Charlie X, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So yeah, you say C Brown has a collection of okay songs. Nothing stands out. I think he got some dope records, some dope songs for sure. But I don't think he got an album that's like an A701 or Confessions. Like those albums. Honestly, man, can you be the best anything without a real classic album? You know what I'm saying? You need a classic album to really be stamped as the best. Now, we not saying Tilda, I appreciate the birthday wishes for my baby girl, for my daughter. I'm not saying Chris is not a phenomenal R&B artist. Oh man, Charlie X, bro, I appreciate the Cash App donation for my baby girl. That's love, Charlie X. Thank you a ton, brother. You always show love to me and my kids, man. That's love, bro. Thanks, brother. But no, Chris is a dope R&B artist. And let's be clear, I'm not saying he's the best R&B artist. The best R&B artist is the nasty man that's in jail right now. Okay, that I listen. I've spoken out against the BS that he's done. Right, and in a recent video that I made, talking about R. Kelly's victim when she came out and spoke out. But the nasty man in jail, again, he is the listen. I feel how I feel about him as a person, right, and as a creeper. But the music that he made was phenomenal. I can't deny that. I cannot deny that. I cannot, from songwriting to his vocal ability, he's an incredible artist. He's an incredible artist. Um, Chris, I appreciate Chris, man. I appreciate the happy birthday for my daughter. Now, music medicine. Now, X had one of my favorite joints from Chris. I'll be drunk texting, drunk texting you. That one that X, one that X. When I X album, I love that drunk texting song. That motherfucker, he get the at the end of the song. Hey, Dominic Harris, man, I appreciate the birthday wishes for my daughter, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that drunk texting was cold. I like that. But yeah, again, R. Kelly, nasty, nasty dude. But that music again, when listen, my grandmama, not my grandma not old. Mind you, my grandmother is not old. So I shouldn't even frame it like that because my grandmother is not an old grandmama by any stretch of the imagination. Any stretch. But my grandmama had the chocolate factory. You know what I'm saying? Like that TP2.com, you know? Yeah, crazy. Good morning, he said. Good morning, Mac. My answer to the topic is no. Usher is the king of R&B. Ooh, you say Usher Raymond. Now again, the nasty man in jail named Kels, I got him as the king of R&B, but I got Usher Raymond right there behind him. Yeah, that TP2.com. When I heard what's that joint? What's my joint, man? Damn, what's my song, man? You said Usher, the Prince of R&B. Honestly though, yeah, Babyface dude, yeah, yeah. You right now. Let me stop playing with Babyface. You right. You right. Babyface. Woo. Yeah. Let me stop playing with them Edmonds. With the king of the Edmonds family. Yeah, Babyface. Yeah, let me stop playing with Babyface, boy. Reed, Dion, what's going down, man? I was about to say something too, and I lost my train of thought. I would put Usher over R. Kelly because he's a much better live performer. I can see if you're saying about the dancing wise, live performer. Yeah, but vocally though, woo, vocally, man, I ain't gonna lie, R. Kelly vocally is crazy. Man, Maddie, I appreciate the Cash App donation, Maddie. Thank you a ton. Say your favorite show. That's love. I appreciate it. I appreciate being your favorite show. Hey, look, we finna have some guests on the channel too, man. We ain't gonna stop right here. We gonna have some guests on the channel. You know, I'm talking crazy. I'm gonna make more regular videos as well because I haven't made my regular videos in a while. So I gotta make some more. I've been it's been some days, right? Because I got a lot to discuss. From Yayo, Tony Yayo and Ja Rule, to Tip and 50 and how it's 50 then took it to a whole nother place because he's scared to get in that ring, not ring, but he's scared to get in that versus battle with Tip. Um, there's a lot going on in the world right now. So I think it's, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Play another slow jam. This time make it sweet on a slow jam for my baby and for me. Yeah. Mama say, what you say is true. I feel the same way too. Hey, come on. You remember on the end of Sister Sister when Jordan came and danced with Tamara off of Slow Jam, Monica and Usher? Remember when Jordan came and danced at the prom? It was the prom. Which is what Monica say. I was trying to find someone to. Hey, and that Slow Jam was fire. Y'all remember on Sister? Y'all watch Sister Sister 2. 2K6. Y'all was watching Sister Sister like I was watching it. When Jordan came and danced with Tamara. Nowadays they call Tamara Tamaga, but back then back then she was Tamara. You know, that was a better duo. Yes, I like Slow Jam better than my boo. I really do. Slow Jam is a fire. I think that's really a underrated song. Charlie X, shout out my dog for reminding me of that song. That song is really an underrated track. I really don't think that song gets the credit it deserves. Slow Jam, if they had a video for Slow Jam or something, if they would have made a video for it, and like honestly, it's certain songs that needed a video. Why the hell we never got a video for Lovers and Friends? We never got a video for Lovers and Friends from you say you like the OG version though. Guess yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on the OG version for sure. But I was introduced to the Monica and the Usher. So I think it has a place in my heart. That nostalgia got a place in my heart. But yeah, they never made a video for Lovers and Friends with Usher, Lil Jon, and Luda. We never got a video for Love. Love in this club too better than the original one. Beyonce and Usher killing that. I know you want it. I'm hesitating. Why? You must be crazy. I mean, you got a lady. That joint was hard. That back and forth. And Justin Timberlake until the end of time. Now listen, I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce knows. I like the Until the End of Time with just Justin Timberlake on it. I like that one. With just Justin Timberlake on there. I like that one. I woke up this morning and heard the TV saying something about disaster in the world, and it made me wonder where I'm going, and so much darkness in the world. Hey, Joe, come on, man. And shout out to Timberland, because Timbo was lacing Justin Timberlake. Timbo had Timberlake really, really on another level. Timbo had Justin Timberlake putting that black flavor on Justin Timberlake. For real. Had him in the different. He wasn't making pop music at that time. That was R&B. That was an R&B record for real. He had some pop songs too though. But yeah, Timbo laced him up. From Cry Me a River. That Future Sex Love Sounds album. What was they doing? Little Lady. Him and Streets Mafia. I'm of it. Because you know Justin Timberlake from Memphis. And he had a little Neptune juice. So he did get a little Neptune. He did. You right. Get you bling like the Neptune sound. Doo, doo. What Jay say, hot hold, too hot to hold. Ladies love me long time, like Tupac soul. That go what goes around was hard. Timbo. Let me tell you something. Timberland, and then Timberland, did Timbo make my love? Who made my love? Who did my love? If I wrote you a symphony. Oh, Senorita. Oh, come on. Senorita. Woo! Senorita. I feel for you. Doing things that you don't have to. Hey, the Neptunes was like, woo! Y'all finna have me in there. Senorita. Yeah, that was some. Mm-mm. Hey, my dog, SL. SL, what's the word, man? It's my boy. SL that been here for a long time, too. Like Charlie X been here for a minute. Hey, I'm trying to remember some R&B songs. Um, y'all, speaking of Beanie Man, y'all remember Girls Dem Sugar with Beanie Man and Maya? What? Man, what? Versus I want to see Chris versus Usher. R. Kelly said R. Kelly versus Babyface, Beyonce versus Rihanna, Genuine versus Tyrese, T.I. versus Luda because 50 scared. Fifth know he's scared, ain't he? Fifth know he don't want to get in that ring, get that belt, boy. He don't want to get that belt, boy. I ain't seen you in a minute there, boy, boy. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Y'all finna go have me playing Senorita when I get off this live stream. You said, yeah, T.I. gonna administer that expeditious BTA. You see Tip keep on posting. He posted top back. I like my beat down low and my top laid back. That was a joint. I remember Jeezy verse on that mud was fire. It said Timbo and Luda are a match made in heaven. Hey James, man, I appreciate the donation, bro. That mean a lot to me, boss. He said Usher has at least 3 classic albums. I agree. Chris Brown got hits, but no classic album. Yes. And that's the problem. Chris doesn't have a classic album. And I know Chris's biggest fans try to say, like, he got hit records, but bro, a body of work, when you make a body of work that is like, yo, we can keep going back to it over and over again. Like people feel like Confessions is the blueprint to an R&B, like R&B album. Confessions. Now some would say, 12 play and stuff from R. Kelly as well, but like people feel like Confessions is one of the blueprints to R&B record. Like that is if you want to make a perfect R&B album, you look at Confession and you see, look all what they got on that album. Look all what's on there. Say Confessions over 12 for me. I feel the same way. Chris' first 2 albums were the only ones that I can say he has the least skips. Hey, which one With You was on the second album, wasn't it? Exclusive was With You on there. Not With You was one of my favorite Chris Brown songs. I love that song. I ain't gonna lie. Me and my mama was vibing out with that joint. Said, and Take You Down was on that second album as well. Every other album he's made has been A at best. Yeah, you say Music Medicine and say that's not true. That's not true. Music Medicine say X. With You was on exclusive, yeah. But one of my favorite Chris songs I like With You. Wall to Wall was on Kiss Kiss was on exclusive as well, yeah. Wall to Wall, Sean Garrett wrote that. Said that machine left Chris Brown. Kels was the machine. Yeah. I'm gonna say this, man. Like I said, the nasty man R. Kelly, boy. Let me tell you, you know how to make them records though. When I first heard, y'all remember TP3.com, TP3 Reloaded, when he had a song in there called "Kicking It with Your Girlfriend." What? I've been kicking it with your girlfriend. Girl, what I want, what is that? Girl, what I'm gonna do? Cause God knows that I really didn't mean to hurt you. I know it's bogus, but I felt that you should know the truth. I fell in love with her the moment we were introduced. And I just feel that it's time for this little secret to end. Baby, I'm kicking it with your girlfriend. But then he had a song called Sex Weed. The man made a song about called Sex Weed. Said Chris Fame and maybe an X and maybe even exclusive. R. Kelly was writing hits for other artists too. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. That Usher's best work comes from his symbiotic relationship with Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox. Yeah, B Cox, boy. What? The Storm is Over and Feeling on Your Booty is on the same album. Feeling on Your Booty, that was TP2, right? TP3. What TP3 had? TP3 had Sex in the Kitchen. TB3 had Sex in the Kitchen. Was Trapped in the Closet on there? Now I always say R. Kelly and Twista so sexy. That is peak. That sounds like Summertime Chicago. R. Kelly and Twista so sexy. That is the epitome of summertime. A summertime Chicago. If you want to hear, if somebody asks you, what does summertime Chicago sound like? It sounds like so sexy. Yeah, Slow Wine was on there. Will you wine for me? Slow wine for me. So my thing is Chris is that he has more notable pop hits than R&B in my opinion. Chris has never given me a true R&B feel like Usher and Leon Thomas. Yeah, Leon Thomas got that. He got the sauce, boy. I know. You go ahead. I turn it down. And what Chris classic album? What's Chris classic pop album to you? R. Kelly and Usher on a song should have been a classic. Chris was a hybrid of R&B, pop, and hip hop. Yeah, I think Loyal proves that. Look at me now. Y'all know that's my favorite song in the world. Look at me now. Yeah, okay. Y'all know I hate that song. You know I hate Look at Me Now. I just, boy, I did. That song is gonna always get hate from me, man. I know what the song was meant to be, a party record, a fun record, but man, I didn't like that shit looked like a toupee. I didn't like that. I didn't like yellow model chick, yellow model sipping. I didn't like that. I didn't like I'm getting paper. That wasn't for your boy. You know. And Busta Rhymes verse didn't make it no better. Busta's verse did not help at all. It's a you got served. It is a you got served dance song. That is a you got served. We do it for Lil Saints song. What you think about Chris? I like Fan of a Fan. They had a song called Like a Virgin on there. They had a song called G-ish. That was my joint. It really don't matter to me. I'm loving all these girls. All these girls love me. She. Oh, my joint. The thing is that Chris got a few bars on some other joints. uh, now I like Deuces was fire. Take You Down was dope. Deuces was fire. Take You Down was dope. All of that. I just, y'all know how I feel about Look at Me Now. I put that in the same field as I woke up in a new Bugatti. Don't do it for me. Kevin McCall, yeah, Kevin, because Kevin McCall wrote that. I just want to see you strip right now, cause it's late. Hey, I just want to see you strip now. Take your time with it. I just want to see you strip. Yeah, he wrote Deuces. Yeah, y'all, he did write Deuces. I'm moving on to something better, better. So I don't know how you don't like Bugatti. I didn't like it. He wrote no bullshit. He wrote no BS. And don't you be on that bougie, yeah, yeah. Don't you be on that bougie, yeah, yeah. I like that joint. For real. So I would make an argument that Chris' first two albums are classics. Now, there are people who would say that, right? They say that those first two albums are Chris's best albums to them. There are people who say that. MJ, not a classic album, but it's like MJ. MJ has some R&B, but people call him King of Pop for a reason. His most popular hits definitely had more of a pop feel than pure R&B. Yes, but I love R&B soulful Michael Jackson, right? I like that's why my favorite Michael Jackson album is Off the Wall because it's more soulful than anything. And then you would see him make a return to that soulful sound with Invincible, right? When he got with Rodney Jerkins, aka Dark Child. You know what I'm saying? Off the Wall is the cook. That is the cookout album. Black folks, you play Off the Wall. The cookout. That is black folks cookout music. We ain't putting on no stop pressuring me. You know, that school shoot. I do not like Scream with him and Janet. I'm sorry. That's that school music. School Michael Jackson. I ain't stop pressuring me. Stop. All right, Mike. All right. All right. You got the. I ain't. Hey, they gonna get mad at me. They hear that, man. You know, Off the Wall is the music when you put Off the Wall playing. Fish fry, a family reunion, the Labor Day barbecue, the block party is definitely taking place in the black neighborhood when you hear Off the Wall playing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Scream. Michael Jackson Holly. Stop pressuring me. All right, boy. This sounds like something that would be on that playlist. A school playlist. Y'all know what I'm saying without saying it, you know, because YouTube be a little crazy with the, I don't know what they're going to determine is not okay for me to say. Now, I can't help it. Come on, man. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I can't help it. Baby, if I could, I can't help it. That's a sampled song a lot of times through hip hop, man. They're working day and night. Come on, man. What? Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know? He said, I caught on, Mac. Yeah, yeah. I don't like Scream, but I do like Smooth Criminal. See, I didn't like Smooth Criminal. That's only a song I want to see people dance to. That's not something I would be playing. That's not something I would be personally vibing out to. That's something I want to see the Jabberwockies dance to. You feel me? Now, Butterflies, hell yeah, SL. That's something you would be vibing out to. You give me butterflies inside. Come on, and I don't wanna leave my baby alone. I don't want nobody else to hold you. It's a chance I'll take. Baby, I'll stay. Heaven can wait. Come on, man. What? That's some soulful Michael Jackson. That off the wall, boy. You know? Butterflies, Marsha Ambrosia. It was Floyd Marsha Ambrosia. Yeah, that was. Woo! Come on, y'all. You know how you feel when you hear that. Even You Rock My World, man. I don't like Beat It. Beat It. I don't like that. I don't really like that. I know. I know that sound. Man, I don't like Beat It. Like, nope. PYT, Pretty Young Thing. Yes, I like PYT. I like that. I don't like Beat It. I just want to see somebody dance off Beat It. I'm not gonna be in the house just like let me put on Beat It around that. No, let's put on Beat It in the car. I don't want to hear Beat It in the car. I don't want to hear Beat It in the house when I'm cleaning up, chilling. No, the lady in my life. Yes, yes, yes. Rap God. Yes, that is beautiful. That is amazing. That's amazing. That's an amazing record. You know what I'm saying? Come on, rock with you. Come on, rock with you. Clear it. Wash and beat it out the water. I'm gonna rock with you all night. Dance you into. Come on, man. What? Yeah. See, them records, yeah. Beat it. Stop pressing. Scream all that. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. The Lady in My Life is the best song on the album. Yeah. Said rock with you kind of pop. Rock with you fire though. That's fire, man. MJ is the lady in my life. And Janet's funny. How time flies. Woo! Janet got a song called 70s Love Groove or something like that. Boy, what? That joint hard, boy. Mm. That joint hard. That 70s Love Groove. I know what he is. What? What? Are you saying it? Anyway, Smooth Criminal sound like a typical LA story. That's the gangster music. Yeah, I don't like that, man. Yeah, Scream don't do it for your boy. I love Janet's early work with Jam and Lewis for sure, all the way. Do you like Remember the Time? Of course. Who don't like that? You don't like Remember the Time. You ain't got no soul. You ain't got no heart, man. You don't like Remember the Time. You ain't got no heart. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. Bad, y'all. You said you gotta listen to MJ unreleased work. Someone put your hand out as fire. MJ best rock song was Dirty Diana. And honestly, I like Dirty Diana for some reason. I like that song. But when you beat it, and what else y'all said? Y'all asked me that I like Beat It and Smooth Criminal. I only want to see people dance to them songs. That's it. When the Jabberwockies is out there with their mask on, yeah, y'all dance to that. Thriller. I only listen to Thriller during Halloween time or when I'm watching the video because the video is so amazing. The video and the choreography is so outstanding. That's when I listen to Thriller. Bad, oh, I don't like Bad either. You know, I'm bad. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that either. Oh, some of the Michael Jackson songs, it's just like, no, man. And probably because it's a step away from the traditional sound that I like. And even though it's a step away from that sound, I don't really enjoy it. It's not for me. A lot of people love Bad. A lot of people love um um Smooth Criminal. A lot of people love Beat It. It just ain't for me. Man in the Mirror, I like that. I like that. The Bad song though. Oh no. No. No, no, no. Hey, speaking of, I'm talking about R&B acts or neo soul rather. Let's go into the neo soul category because I remember, boy, when Music Soul Child first dropped. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That joint, what? I know this might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order. Hey, rest in peace to Angie Stone and D'Angelo. 1000%. All the way. Now, Mario is a much better singer than Trey Songz for sure. But Trey got some hit records, even though he accused of doing nasty stuff too. But he got some hit records. I ain't gonna say Trey ain't got no hit records for sure. Who can Donnell Jones go against? Shout out to Southside Chicago, Illinois. Donnell Jones, man. I was listening to that all in for that This Love. This love waiting just for you. So don't pass it up, cause you'll regret it. That's a joint. And I'll be patiently waiting to hear from you. Yeah, Joe gonna beat Donnell. I ain't gonna lie. Joe gonna beat Donnell Jones in the verses. Joe got them bangers, boy. Where I Wanna Be up there with Confessions is classics. Now Where I Wanna Be is a classic record for sure. But while both D'Angelo and Maxwell were absent for most of the 2000s, Music Soul Child held it down. Yeah, that's a great point. Voodoo came out when? 2000? When Voodoo came out? It was 2000, wasn't it? Yeah. My mama used to love Maxwell. She still do. Till the cops come knocking. Ooh. Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be. That Where I Want to Be album is fire. Then he had a song called Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me. It's a 3:15, girl. What's it gonna be? Shorty got her eyes on me. And we've been friends since two. Girl, what you gonna do? Tell him that you riding with me. That was a joint. Is it bad that my favorite Maxwell song was written by that? What was it? Fortunate? Was Fortunate written by R. Kelly? Was it Fortunate? That's that Ascension, ain't it? Hey, my dog SL in there. Ooh. That's that joint. My mama stayed playing that. That's the shouldn't I realize, shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high. You're the highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Donnell Jones, that you know what's up. That's my son's song. You know what's up, gotta know what's up. Said I'm digging you, I'm feeling you, and you know what's up. That hey, so my son love that song. And Left Eye took she what was floating on there. Said Maxwell voice is crazy. Eric Benet is another. My mama would be playing Eric Benet. What's the Eric Benet song people be singing at their wedding? What's that joint? What's the Eric Benet song? People be well on now. Now y'all I'm tripping out now. My mama trying to think of the song my mama. Yeah. Spend My Life. Woo, woo, woo. There you go. Spend My Life. My mama, that was getting endless spins. As you know, I grew up, my mom was playing all this. My musical taste comes from my brother, my cousin, my mama. My dad too, because my father would be playing like a lot of a lot of Dusties, you know. Faded Pictures, SL. Faded Pictures is a fire joint. Faded Pictures is a underrated. That is a really strong art. That's really top tier premium R&B. Cause it's breaking my heart, breaking my heart. There's a joint. Mhm, 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 mhm. What the woman is feeling. Then Case got the song called Happily Ever After. That what Beyonce was in the video. Joe is underrated as a songwriter. He wrote Escape Songs Place on Earth and Case is Missing You. I'm missing you. I can't sing no more. I can't sing no more. Happily Ever After, greater than Spend My Life. Yeah, Joe made that. He laced Power up with a theme song. That Power theme song is always going to be classic. Y'all got me up and active early this morning, talking about some music. That's love, though, man. I appreciate when I can talk about some good R&B. Early in the morning, I didn't for your thing. So I gotta get up. My daddy had me listen to the Gap Band and stuff. You, Chicago Bull. I appreciate that. He said, great live, Mac. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, it's my baby girl birthday, man. So feeling good as life is crazy. I got a 15-year-old daughter, you know. It's a blessing. But it made me really think about my life and like how many years have really passed. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter was an infant when I was a freshman in college. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, damn, that was 15 years ago. That's man, she in high school now. I didn't went to college and I graduated from college, graduated from grad school. You know, I got my son. Her little brother is just damn. Time passes by, flies by, but I'm always appreciative of the journey. Charlie X say, sheesh, Mac officially on status. Yeah, man, you get a 15-year-old child, man. You go definitely it's crazy. It be like, man, what? So we the real adults now. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you really be like, damn, life is crazy. Remember them things on used to have at 702. You know how I do, and you know how I flow. And I get your name and number, cause I like your stilo. They did, but they changed it up for Cousin Skeeter. They had it, they had customized it for Skeeter. And I dig the way you move and the way you do your thing. Hey, who wasn't that 702 that did that? Can't no, who did Can We? Can we get biggie tonight? Yeah, man, it was 702. I got so many things on my mind, on my mind. Can we? That was a joint. That was from the Booty Call soundtrack. Can we? No, that was SWV. It's SWV that did Can We? SWV. That SWV did that. You're right. And Missy definitely wrote that song. I'm tweaking. It was SWV. Can We was fire. That's when hold on. Yeah, that's when I seen that when Tamala what's her name? Tamala Jones. Tamala Jones first came on the radar. Yeah, Missy is phenomenal. That's why when they talking about Devontae was slapping them, man. What? Devontae better not been slapping no Missy, man. He better not been slapping Missy. So a lot of artists could use Missy's help. Hey, Total, what about us? What we gonna do? Toto, help me sing. Toto, help me sing. What about me? What song? What album was that? Was on a soundtrack. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Was that Soul Food soundtrack? What song that was on? I just have to go. Shout out to King Lakeisha and Pam from Total. They said he was there. They say he was slapping Genuine. And I'm tripping because they say Genuine got them hands, boy. They said Genuine got them hands. They said Genuine had put some hands on a few people. I'm like, I know Devontae and them one up in there doing that. Devontae had to have a gun on him or something. Yeah, Total was cold, man. First time I heard it, kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. That's when my grandma was living on 120th and LaSalle. My grandma, my granddaddy. My granddaddy was still living, and we was kids, boy. We was living on 120th and LaSalle. And this is what my auntie only like, I got an auntie that's like 11 years older than me. My auntie like 11 years older than me, right? So my auntie used to be playing all this music with us, around us. So KP and Envy, Shawty Swing My Way, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, Bone Thugs and Harmony. My auntie used to be playing all the bops for us. You say your auntie stayed on 120th and Low? Yeah, yeah, you know. My grandma was out on 120th and LaSalle. You know what I'm saying? Think Blackstreet's first album. Shout out Blackstreet. Totally like they were straight out of the Matrix universe. They did look like that though. For real. So that, but again, when KP and NB Shawty Swing My Way, my auntie stayed having us. Me and my cousins, we always be singing it. My sister, my other cousins, we be singing that. We used to always sing Tasha part on Thuggish Ruggish Bone, rather. The 2000 style was just crazy futurism. LL was doing that crazy when he was. Remember when Phenomenon came out and LL was looking crazy? You remember LL was when LL was looking like, he was trying to be from the year 2075. Remember that? LL when Phenomenon LL. Yeah, Keisha married to Omar Epps. Yeah. Y'all remember Phenomenon LL Cool J? Y'all remember that? I'm like, man, what is LL up here doing, man? What do LL got going? You know what I'm saying? Shout out LL, Uncle L. We never call him Big Ellie though. I don't know where he got Big Ellie from. We never call him that. But Uncle L, LL is a cultural icon, a hip hop icon, legend. LL is the one. I feel like that's hip hop's first real super like mega star with crossover appeal like that. Like LL was the one. We never call him Big Ellie though. We never call him that. But shout out. Y'all know Headsprung is white people's favorite LL song. They love that shit. Headsprung? What? Come on, man. Malcolm, what you doing, man? Said he still need to answer for that flavor in you. Will, what was he talking about, man? Well, y'all know white folks love Headsprung. That's they shit. That's what you would hear play at the rave. Here you hear Headsprung will be playing at the rave right now. Yeah, hey, what is he talking about? Hey, matter of fact, also, do y'all watch the show Cross with Aldous Hodge and the man from the what's the commercial? The Old Spice commercial? I'm on a horse. Season 2 just dropped to that, man. I gotta watch it. I like the Alex Cross TV show on Amazon Prime. Said LL got cheesy in the 2000s, but you know LL was making the lady records for the women, and I respect him, right, Charlie X. I respect what LL did for FUBU, right? Wearing FUBU and rapping about FUBU, and it was a Gap commercial he did that in, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Put FUBU on a map in a Gap commercial, and they didn't even recognize it. He shot out another brand in a commercial. You know what I'm saying? That's solid as a rock. You know, he made FUBU. Made FUBU popping. Man, and we should have never stopped wearing FUBU. I don't care what nobody say. I used to have a platinum FUBU fits with the Fat Albert all on the joints. Me and my older brother, God rest my brother's soul. My brother, he was 9 years older than me, right? My father's son. And when I used to be over there, we used to have I used to get the FUBU clothes, boy, just like my brother, the platinum FUBU. You know, I remember the FUBU jerseys, the jackets. FUBU was it, boy. Damn, Damon John we didn't let Damon John them fall off the map. We should have kept FUBU popping like it supposed to be. So I still got my FUBU and South Pole joints. Carl Kanai, FUBU, Rockaware, Sean John, Baby Fat. You know what I'm saying? Fat Farm. Remember Fat Farm? Fat Farm, Russell Simmons, them Fat Farm. Carl Kanai was fire, boy. I was never a fan of the clothing, just didn't like the style. And that's fair. You know, you like what you like. I like the FUBU though. What do you think of KD saying that European players don't play hard in the All-Star game too? I'm about to screenshot this, Kendrick, because we're gonna have a conversation. European players, they get cut off the hook for a lot of stuff. They be out here doing a lot of the stuff that people are against. When people like the league soft, the rules was changed to cater to the European players a lot. A lot of them be cocky and arrogant. They be talking shit, and it's okay because they get all of the European players get labeled humble for some reason because of Dirk Nowitzki. But Bogdanovich now, what? Luka Doncic now talk more shit than a little bit and don't play no defense at all. But for some reason, American players get villainized over them. I have to do that video because the way that they get off the hook is crazy. They be playing, and then they play. A lot of them be playing dirty. They let it ride. They let it slide. Don't nobody say nothing. You know, and the American players get villainized while the European players fly under the radar. They get to do whatever, whenever, wherever, whatever, whenever, wherever. Like Maxwell saying his song, right? They get to do all they want to do, and it be cool. But America be trashing their own players and letting Luka and them get off the. I be like, man, what? What are we talking about? Like, you know. And again, it's American sports media trashing the Black American players in favor of the European talent. And they all the soft NBA, the rules were changed so that they can play along, man. A lot of them are not the most athletic. A lot of them don't have the best lateral quickness, right? So in order to make the game to where they can have a real type of dominant effect, you change the rules, you make fouls more ticky-tack so they can get their stuff off. You know what I'm saying? Because they are at an athletic disadvantage when it comes to the Black American players. Let's be for real. Okay, I got you, son. My son, like, he wants something to drink. Hold on, y'all. Go get your cup. Where your cup? Yeah, man. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, I'm back, y'all. My fault. My son, he wanted me to get him something to drink. Here you go, man. Hey, bro. Um, yeah, and that's why the rules change, but people don't want to admit that. So yeah, I do. The European players are allowed to not play defense, to not play hard in games. It's cool for them not to do it. They're allowed to be lackluster in all-star games. Don't nobody never blame them for how the all-star game played. Watch this whole weekend. We're gonna see the narrative about LeBron James. Bron ain't even Bron ain't even finna play. You know what I'm saying? And they finna talk about the whole weekend finna be how LeBron James ruined the All-Star game. The whole week, the narrative of the whole weekend is gonna be how LeBron James ruined the entire All-Star game in this format. And no flack is finna come towards, you're not finna see no flack come towards the European players. He said he did though. How did LeBron ruin the All-Star game? How? He said he did though. How did LeBron James, because he ain't do a dunk contest, bro? He ruined the All-Star game? Yeah, like, come on, man. You gotta find another narrative after that, bro. We didn't have good All-Star games. Turn the TV on for you. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm back. Kobe wanted smoke. Like passive aggressive. LeBron and had so when LeBron win three, he won like three MVP All-Star game MVPs, right? So he never wanted smoke. He never was competitive. Now he should have done one dunk contest, right? But I don't think he gonna compete in nothing he don't think he got a chance to win in, right? I don't think LeBron James would not have won a dunk contest. And if he would have won, y'all would have said it was rigged for him. He is not a creative dunker at all. His dunk comes through in-game play. He's a power dunker, a dunker in traffic on a fast break. He jumps really high. He is not a creative dunker. So if he would have competed, he probably would have lost, or it would have been lackluster. And then if they would have gave him the win, you would have been all day cheating for him. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative for all of that. You don't think LeBron James show effort in All-Star games, bro? Is that what you're saying? You don't think Keem say you think he's lackluster in All-Star game, like he don't show no effort? What you saying? Because he got three All-Star game MVPs, and I really do not care about All-Star game. I really don't care nothing about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. But like, he got three All-Star game MVPs. So like, now the dunk contest, you say the dunk contest, okay, he should have competed in one for sure. But I don't think he would have won. Did you? Because like, no, he show effort in All-Star games, bro. He does. You can't like he got three All-Star game MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know how he can't show effort. What's the one All-Star game he didn't show effort in? And I know you finna point to the point where he passed the ball when Kobe was guarding him. I still think he had a great game that game, actually. It's just in that moment he passed the ball. But like, give me the All-Star game where he didn't show no effort in. Because he got three All-Star game MVPs. And you can't get that without showing no effort now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and it's been great All-Star games. It's been great All-Star games since that Kobe and LeBron matchup. It's been great All-Star games. It's been a couple of them, right? So that him passing the ball was the headline. He had a good game that game. He had a good All-Star game that game. It's just he passed the ball and people looked at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say he destroyed the All-Star game he's destroyed the All-Star game. No. Yeah, he had 3 MVPs in All-Star game. So like, but I do think he should have competed in one dunk contest. I don't think he would have won though, truthfully. Or it would have been like you remember when that McDonald's, did y'all see the McDonald's All-American dunk contest LeBron James participated in? Do y'all remember watching that? Bron's dunks were not good. They were not. He won because he was LeBron James. And he was the best high school basketball player they had ever seen since Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But LeBron dunks in that dunk contest was not good. And that's what I seen. Oh, he really not he's not a creative dunker. He's not a guy you can put in a good dunk contest and say, here, go dunk the ball. He's a guy with momentum. With momentum, he can do some crazy stuff in traffic, dunking on somebody. On an opposing opponent, he can dunk over somebody, something like that. But yeah, exactly, bro. Bron just kept throwing it off the glass. It was nothing fancy, nothing creative, but he won because his name was he was such a big name, he was such a star that they gave him the win. But go look at that dunk contest he did in that, and tell me if y'all wanted him in the dunk. Now, if you wanted him in there just to say he did it, just to say all the greats have done it, cool. But man, that was not a good dunk contest. It was not. I remember watching that like, boy, I don't like it. I like creativity. So when I see dudes like, yeah, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, Bron cannot do that. He can't do that. He can't go between the legs he can't do that stuff that they was doing. He can't. You know what I'm saying? So while people would have loved to see him in it, oh no, he can't. Bron can't do them dunks Vince was doing. In traffic, he can. He can dunk on people. He can jump really high, but he's not creative like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. And I don't think people recognize that. But all y'all, go back and watch that McDonald's All-American game he was in. Right? Now, Kobe Bryant won a dunk contest. That dunk contest Kobe won was horrible. It was abysmal. Matter of fact, y'all don't even remember the dunks Kobe did to win that dunk contest. It was a terrible dunk contest Kobe won. He won it, and it's on his resume as winning a dunk contest, but it was terrible. It was so bad. Like, them dunk contests was so bad for a minute. They had the wheel and shit. Remember the spinning wheel to pick a dunk you had to do? It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad, man. It was really, really bad. So, yeah, LeBron can't go between them legs like them other dudes can. So, I honestly, he's a Ray Allen was Jason Rich, right? Jay Rich, stop, Malcolm. Get out of that window. Jay Rich had to come save him. You're right. Jason Richardson had to come save the dunk contest. He went back to back. You know, so yeah, man. LeBron is not a creative dunker. I'm telling y'all, y'all would have seen him in the dunk contest and would have been disappointed. Now y'all say we needed to see a minute. We need to see a minute. All the greats done it, and then y'all would have clowned him for the performance he would have put on because he is not good. He is not good at all creative dunks. Now, um, now that 2000s dunk contest, I watched that with my brother. I watched that live with my brother. And shout out Desmond Mason. I like Desmond Mason, boy. I think Desmond Mason averaged 20 a game a couple of times, or close to 20 a game a few times too. Shout out to Desmond Mason, high flyer, close to 20 maybe. I don't know if he was 20, but yeah, tell me Adonal Foyle would have done it. And that's crazy. Adonal Foyle from Colgate would have done it. But I promise y'all, boy, y'all have been looking at that dunk con. If Braun would have participated, y'all would have been thoroughly disappointed. Because he just not, that's not his forte. Same way Derrick Rose told people he was never going to do it because he's not a creative dunker. Derrick know how to do that reverse pump dunk. You know what I'm saying? He know how to do that, but Derrick, like, I'm not a creative guy that know how to think of all them different type of dunks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now I see some people saying that LeBron not doing it and still being a mega star affected other players from doing it. They realized they didn't have to be in a dunk contest to be a star. But LeBron was such a mega star, he didn't need the dunk contest. Usually the dunk contest is somewhere where a player makes their name, right? Where a player makes a legend for themselves a lot of times, right? Like it's kind of like the precursor. It's kind of like winning the intercontinental title in wrestling. Before you become the main guy, you become the intercontinental champion. You know what I'm saying? The dunk contest, winning the dunk contest was like winning the intercontinental championship. It meant you was next up a lot of times, even though Fred Jones was never next up. No, remember when Fred Jones won? Fred Jones was never next up on anybody's scouting board. He was never the one. Josh Smith won it. Josh was solid. He was never no superstar. He was solid though. His game never expanded. He could block a lot of shots, give you 18 points, 19 points, you know. He didn't need it, but the league. Now again, as a face of the league, it would have been great to see him do it because you want to see the face in the dunk contest, right? Now, at that point in LeBron's youth, them early years, it would have been great to see him do it for sure. And I do think a lot of players felt like they didn't need to do it no more because Bron didn't do it. And he didn't do it. What they got to understand, Bron was at a different type of star power than the average young guy in a dunk contest. Bron was more popular or just as popular as NBA superstars in his rookie year. LeBron rookie year, he was just as popular as a lot of them dudes in the damn. He was just as popular as Stephon Marbury, right? Even more popular than Steph, right? Stephon Marbury. He was just as popular as like some of them other guys in the All-Star game. So like it really he could get away with not doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I get people saying if he would have done it, would have been some other guys that would have done it, like John Morant now. You know, D Wade was never in the dunk contest either. I don't think he's that type of dunker, and he not. He's an in-game dunker, not a creative dunker. You know. Come here. Come here. My bad, y'all. Saying let's not act like every superstar player did dunk contest either, because that's just not true. People just put that jacket on Bron, and they put that jacket on Bron because Kobe and Michael Jordan did it. Let's be honest. Anything Kobe and Michael Jordan do, if LeBron don't do it, it's a asterisk against him. Because Kobe and Mike did it. Now it's like, oh, he had to do it too. You know what I'm saying? But you ever notice how when Bron do something and Kobe don't do it, it's never a strike against Kobe, right? Bron got 4 league MVPs. Kobe got 1. It's cool that Kobe only got 1, right? It's cool that Kobe only got 1 league MVP and only got 2 finals MVPs. It's okay. But when Bron don't do something that Kobe did, oh, it's World War IV. It's World War IV. I know I skipped over 3, but yes, I'm doing that for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just because Kobe did it and Mike did it, right? Charlie X said, I ain't gonna lie. Kobe only having 1 MVP don't even sound right. It don't. It don't. But he got 1. Now they always say he should have won that year when Steve Nash won, when he averaged like 30-something points, and the Lakers was a 7 seed, right? In the Western Conference. And everybody say, man, we can't give it to no 7 seed guy. Now they gave it to Russ. Russ was a 6 seed the year, but they gave it to Russ because he averaged a triple-double, something that hadn't been seen since Oscar Robertson, right? You know? All the greats around the league saying it. Let's be for real though. A lot of the greats be throwing salt on LeBron James. You feel me? I don't know what it is that these other dudes don't really like. It's easy to throw salt on him because he's such a gracious person, right? Like they feel like if Bron see them outside, he's still gonna dap them up. You know, Michael Jordan ain't gonna fuck with them in public. And I think it's easy to nitpick with him though, because I can say certain things that Kobe done that them other people will not say, Rose. That's the problem. You will never hear a player bringing up Kobe stop shooting in that game 7. Why is that? Why is that? Right? You feel what I'm saying? I bring it up all the time. And none of them other players gonna mention it. Why don't they mention that? They always talk like, you see what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's something about LeBron that they feel like they can say certain stuff about him and they still can shake his hand when they see him. You get what I mean? It's something like they feel like they can get all late, they can get off certain shit with him and it's cool. But they won't say certain shit about Kobe at all. Even stuff that's true. You got people making excuses for him, refusing to shoot the ball in game 7. They make excuses for that. No, we don't all know he was bogus for that because people make excuses for it. I watched Jim Jackson, them grown ass. Jim Jackson sit up there talking about something. He was really just trying to prove a point. He didn't quit. What are you him and Paul George? What the fuck do you call that? Jim Jackson, Jimmy? What do you call not shooting? That's quitting. But they dress it up for him all the time. We don't know it's bogus because they always dress it up. Byron Scott sit up there make excuses too. And Byron Scott will throw little offhand comments about Bron all the time on his channel. He'll have Odin Polynese, old hating ass, say shit about Bron that's backhanded and give backhanded compliments. He'll give backhanded compliments, you know, to Bron all the time. He won't do that to Cole. All these grown men will make excuses for Cole not shooting, right? Because they know it's not, you shouldn't. They feel like you shouldn't say that about him, right? Charles and Barkley, the only one that said something about Cole doing that. And Cole got mad as hell at him for that. Barkley, the only one. All the rest of them don't say nothing about it. They let him rock with that. If LeBron James stops shooting in the game 7, they finna talk about that, bro. And you know that. You know what I'm saying? Odin Pollard stole all the hate to LeBron, and Byron Scott said him, have him on a pod. They sit and laugh it up and yuck it up. Mind you, Bron is been an LA Laker for like 8 years now, right? But Byron them throw these little offhanded comments about Bron. Really, Byron, man, because when he became the Cleveland Cavaliers coach, Bron got up out of there. And then Byron was fired probably like a year later. He was fired as the Cavs coach. When he came to coach, he thinking he finna coach LeBron. Bron got up out of there to Miami. I don't know, or maybe he just feel like Bron is an easy target. LeBron is an easy target for a lot of these guys because, again, they feel like they can say certain stuff about him, and when they see him, it still be cool. Prime example, Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury was talking crazy about LeBron for nearly 2 years on Instagram. I know because I was following Stephon Marbury on Instagram. Steph get on there trashing LeBron every time he miss a free throw. If he airball a shot, he trash LeBron. If LeBron missed a mid-range jump shot or a three, he trashed LeBron all the time, right? After every game, he was doing this. He did it so much. Dwayne Wade unfollowed Stephon Marbury for going so like this is ridiculous, right? And then when Stephon Marbury was at the Olympics, he tried to tap LeBron on the chest and say what's up to him, and Bron didn't acknowledge him. But you get what I'm saying? How you talk so crazy about a dude after every game? How you the GOAT and you missing a three? How you the GOAT and you missing? How you the king and you missing a mid-range shot? How you the king and you missed the late and you missed a shot at the rim? How you the king and you missed a wide open three? How you the king and you missed a free throw? He was doing that after every game. And then when he seen LeBron, try to tap him on his chest and hit his chest. And then when everybody pointed out how LeBron ignored him, Stephon Marbury, Steph got mad. He got so upset, he started going in on LeBron like he used to do back in the day after he was just trying to tap that man on the chest and try to say what's up to him. So again, Steph Marbury is a prime example of that's what certain guys think. They can say certain stuff to him, and they think when they see him, it still be all love. Right? They knew if they said something about Kobe, Kobe ain't talking to them no more. Right? Mike not talking to them no more if they say something about him. But for whatever reason, because LeBron has been happy-go-lucky a lot throughout his career, he's pretty jovial, he got a gregarious personality, they think I can say this stuff about him, and when I see him, it's still going to be all love, it's still going to be all good. And that's why they do that. And Rich Paul even said familiarity breeds disrespect. Bron be around them saying what's up to him, all of that. And then they go right after they see Bron talk crazy. You know, they'll say things that they won't say about Bean at all. Right? Michael Jordan ain't talked to Charles Barkley for forever for his comments about him as an executive. For sure. But yeah, Michael Jordan cut off Charles Barkley for saying he's not a good executive. And they ain't talked in 15 plus years. Ain't said a word to each other at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But anyway, look, y'all, man, I'm finna get off this thing. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, man. It's time for me to start rocking now a little bit. Celebrate with my baby girl. Celebrate her day. Have some fun with her. So I appreciate everybody that sent my baby girl a birthday, the birthday wishes and all of that. It means a ton to me. You know, yeah. So y'all hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button. It means a whole lot to me. Y'all hit the like button. And then if you want to donate to the channel, my Cash App is right below my finger. $, Mac Miller 5. Thank y'all a ton for rocking out with me on this Saturday on Valentine's Day. I know a lot of y'all got a lot to be doing for the day of love. Today I'll be celebrating my baby girl, but yeah, man, thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.